Hi, I'm Amy Carpenter, and this is Around Town with Amy. Today's show is on a girl who got a second chance at life. That is coming up next on Around Town with Amy.
Sure Shot Directional Boring is proud to support Around Town with Amy. We are the region's trusted directional boring and hydro excavation service experts. With more than 20 years experience, Sure Shot Directional Boring ensures projects will be handled skillfully, safely, on time, and within budget. Contact us today at 740-689-1221 or online at sureshotboring.com.
What I like about my job as a prevention supervisor is I'm able to help train our staff along with working with our schools and building those relationships within our school districts in Fairfield County. And then also I like that in my position, I'm able to hire interns that are going into the social work field so they have that opportunity to step into the field before just starting their degree right off the bat.
This job really gave me a chance to work on some of the bigger systems issues. So making sure that we're an equitable system, that we treat everybody fairly. So people of color, people who have experienced trauma, people who have been through poverty, LGBTQ youth. So it's been really good for me because I've gotten to work not just with individuals, but also working on some of those bigger systems within our county and throughout our state.
I am driven by my belief that every individual deserves an opportunity to achieve mental and emotional balance, and I'm very passionate about contributing to that process.
I like the people that I work with and that I meet every day. I often feel that I am meeting these really driven people who want to make a difference in their community, and it's very inspiring to me.
Community, connections, collaboration. The Fairfield County Way.
If your child is struggling in school, Dr. Amy's tutoring service is your trusted tutor in the Lancaster area. Dr. Amy has been a teacher for over 25 years and has taught kindergarten, first, second, and third grades. She has multiple degrees to help your child with reading, writing, spelling, math, science, and social studies. Dr. Amy offers one-on-one tutoring using various methods to help students improve grades, confidence, and master fundamental skills. Amy's goal is to help kids learn and grow and to achieve success in their problem areas. Dr. Amy's tutoring service is here to help. To book an appointment, contact Amy today.
Hank's Pet Sitting Service is your trusted pet service in the Lancaster area. Pet owners can rest assured knowing that Hank's Pet Sitting Service will treat your fur babies like one of their own. We specialize in a home away from home atmosphere to keep your pet comfortable. From drop-in visits, dog walking, or potty breaks for your pooch, Hank's Pet Sitting Service is here to help. To book an appointment, contact Hank's Pet Sitting Service today.
September 29th, 2000 was like any other normal day for 14-year-old Rachel Ball. It was Saturday and she had volleyball practice. Her dad Mark dropped her off at school and he went home to mow and take a nap. Rachel recounts what she remembers of that day.
I was in volleyball practice and I was running laps with my friends and I started getting dizzy and I couldn't really breathe and I was trying to tell one of my friends I didn't feel so good, and right when I said that, all I remember is black. And I blacked out.
Rachel shares what else happened to her that day.
When I died and my heart stopped, all I seen was everything turn black. And then I saw a bright light and I saw like a beautiful bright light and I was floating and I saw these golden gates and they were opening and all I felt was pure joy and pure love in my heart. And I saw angel wings and like in their gowns, but I couldn't see anybody's face. But all I felt was this pure love in my heart. No worries, everything just went away. And I felt so good being there. And then I heard a man's voice saying, "Rachel, it's not your time." And right when I heard that, all I hear is "clear," and they shocked me and they woke me back up from the hospital, from my heart attack.
Rachel's coach was finally able to get a hold of her dad, and he and Rachel's brother Ben raced to the school. They followed the ambulance to Berger Hospital as paramedics gave Rachel CPR the whole way. Berger Hospital got Rachel stabilized, and they decided to send her to Children's Hospital. While at Children's, Rachel was diagnosed as having a heart attack. Due to the lack of oxygen, Rachel had muscle paralysis in her throat, and she had to be fed through her nose. Doctors placed a defibrillator into Rachel to control her heart. She had been in the hospital for 78 days. After being released, Rachel had to go through months of therapy to learn how to walk and talk again. Rachel was able to go back to school in May, but only for half days. She had problems with her short-term memory, and she had to be in special classes. Not only had Rachel's heart issue taken a toll on her, but her parents as well.
It was terrible because you didn't know whether she was going to get better or not. And the heart issue was still a constant thing, because from the time that she had the first heart attack when she was 14 till the time she was in high school and she had the heart attack which eventually led to her transplant, she had numerous heart attacks in between. But she had a defibrillator which had restarted her heart during those times. So basically every morning when I would get up before I went to school, I would always go in and check and make sure she was still breathing, make sure she was still alive, because with her condition, you didn't know from day to day, whether she would survive or not.
We were going to the zoo, and I was telling my friends, the whole week, Mom, she's a teacher there, and I told her, I wasn't feeling right. She's like, well, just, keep an eye on that. And then I was on the bus, and I said something, and then I just passed out again, because my heart just gave out, because my pacemaker just totally went dead, and I ended up dying the second time.
Rachel continued to flatline for hours. Her defibrillator had gone off so many times that it would not work anymore. Doctors were able to finally get Rachel stable and talk to Rachel's parents about a heart transplant.
3 doctors came to us, and as they were getting closer, I'm thinking, okay, they're going to try to make the transfer, prepare ourselves. And as they came closer, they started smiling. And within 24 hours, they said, they said, this just never happens. And I'm thinking, they're smiling. And they said, we have a heart for Rachel. And it's just God is totally wow. Just everything, because to receive a heart, everything had to be just right. I was ecstatic. I was really, for my daughter, she has a second chance of life and we can go forward. And, then the other thing that hit me was, oh my gosh, because they did tell me it was a 16-year-old. And he was, there was a car accident. And my heart also felt so, it was like a horrific thing that could happen to this other family. And out of that, I was able to save my daughter. But yet I still felt some tie of emotion dealing with that other mother. How could, she deal with this? But yes, that was a very memorable day.
Rachel's new heart was coming from Georgia. Doctors put the new heart into Rachel's body. On July 29th, Rachel was able to leave the hospital. After recovering from her ordeal, Rachel's family wanted to meet the family that gave her a second chance at life.
We've had so many different things happen dealing with this, and meeting the other family, that was probably one of the main things that really was wonderful, because we knew that Ransom, we knew a little bit about him, but when we actually went into that auditorium and they project on this big screen pictures of Ransom from when he was a baby all the way till until he was in high school. So it really makes you think about things in life.
They learned that Ranson lost his life in a head-on collision a mile from his home. Rachel explains how good can come out of every bad situation.
I have a wonderful son. He's the light of my life. And I have a wonderful family. And the best thing too is one of it is I used to go to schools and talk about organ donation and donate for life. Well, they asked me to go to the Rose Bowl parade. So I went to the Rose Bowl parade and my little brother's like, hey, I want to go meet the family. I'm like, okay, sure. So he ended up coming and he ended up meeting the boy that I got the heart from, Ransom, his sister, and they started talking and they fell in love. And then they started dating and then they ended up getting married and now they have 3 beautiful sons. Everything happens for a reason. You don't know why sometimes, even the tragedies that can happen in life, but sometimes if you're positive, good things can come out of them.
To learn more about Rachel's story, check out my story and the February 3rd edition of the Towne Crier. Thank you for joining me on Around Town with Amy.